Hi everybody, welcome to Knotty Yarnies. My name is Barb and I'm here with my co-host, my puppy Whiskey. Yep, he's here right beside me. I hope he doesn't bark out the window at people today because I've decided to do it in my living room. So I wanted to show you some items that I purchased this past weekend and tell you what my plans are with them, and maybe later on after I use them I can do a review of them to tell you how they work and things like that. So I also first of all wanted to show you my sock along that I'm doing with Marley Bird. I haven't did a knitted sock on a circular needle on circular needles before until now, and I started them last night. I did the Judy cast on and I had to do it once and then I didn't like the look of it, so I tore it out and I did it again. And then I started the toe where the toe increases, and I've done that, but I have a little bit of a problem. The one end is more narrow with the two, and then the other side is a little bit more thicker, so it's not coming out evenly. And I also miss a stitch somewhere, so if I continued on without frogging, there's going to be a hole. So I'll show you what I did, where I am. This is what I mean. See how it is not even. It is wider here, wider at the top than at the bottom. See here, you can tell that it's wider here than down here. I could stick my finger right through, and down here I could just get my fingertip through. I always seem I gotta hide my eyes, I think, for the focus. Okay, now when I go like this, just fold it up so you can see the what it looks like, the toe part. I just gotta, well, I hope my bird's not bothering you too much. She's sitting in a cage right beside me. She's just a little finch, but when I talk, she hears my voice. She peeps all the more because she wasn't peeping until I started recording. There's a little toe that I got going. Just the start of it. And when you look on, is that, yeah, that's the side where I have a hole. I don't know if you'll be able to see the hole over here. And then this side here looks all right. Oh, let's see if I can, I know it's such a small little nub there. I did about, I think I did 7 rows now so far, but I don't know. I'm going to tear it out because by the time I get better and better and then I get on my second sock, I'm going to regret that I didn't tear it apart just for the time that it took. Like this, all this took 45 minutes for me to do. That's including the first Judy cast on and then the second Judy cast on and then starting of the toe. And the toe I've got to increase all the way till I get to 76 stitches on the 2 needles combined. So basically what you're doing with these is you're casting them on, half on each needle, and then when you go to work them, you're wondering, well, you're using circulars and they're on each stitch. Yes, but when you go to work the stitches on this needle, you're pulling this needle and putting all these stitches on the cable part and using this one to work off of this one. And then you push it back on the cable, and then you do the same, switch it and do it the same on the other side. Hard to explain, so just check out Marley Bird on Facebook or YouTube and her sock along if that interests you. I'm sure I'm going to enjoy this finished project. I'm sure I'm going to enjoy the learning part, but it's going to take some patience. I just know it will take patience, but I think it's something that once you get it, you just get it. So I'm just, now since I crochet more than I knit, I find that your crochet projects just come faster. Like they end up having a finished project a lot quicker. So to me, it takes a lot of patience for knitting more. So, I mean, it's nice. The finished projects are so lovely. They take But another thing I like about knitting it too is it takes less yarn. So say I have 100-gram skein, I can get a couple pairs, a couple of socks out of it. If I was using it for crochet, I wouldn't. I would need like a ball and a half probably to get the same amount, maybe even two balls to get like the same socks that I would out of knitting. So that's the difference there as well. So that's one project that I'm working on. I just started late last night, but I'm still working on my scrappy Afghan for our home, but I put that on hold until I finish up Christmas projects, birthday projects, gifts, etc. So I put that away. I was just anxious to start it and see how it was going to look. I'm sorry, I keep kicking the tripod with my foot. I'll try to sit up a little bit here. So I started one similar one, like the scrappy Afghan, except I bought it's going to be in 3 different colorways. So I started this. This was the purple ones. There's one. There's 2. And the start of a 3rd. I love purples, so to me that's beautiful. I like that. The next thing my aunt has ordered some of my hand towels where you crochet the toppers on the top part. So I'll have these all cut ready to go. So I've got a brown one. She says her kitchen's all in browns and beiges. So this says love, laugh, and gather together. And then another one. Green. This is kind of an aqua color, but seeing her kitchen's brown, I mean anything goes with brown anyways, so I'll probably do the topper part the brown to match her kitchen, and then do a coordinating button with the towel, and then this one I'll probably do this color for the topper, and then a coordinating button for the top part. So those are what I'll be working on later today while this video uploads, because that takes a while. I don't know if you're familiar with how YouTube works, but yeah, by the time you upload it to Video Maker and do all your editing of your video, and then you have to upload it after that's done onto YouTube, and that takes another while as well. So depending on the length of your video, it's usually 2 times the amount that it takes you to make it, it takes to upload it. So rule of thumb. Something before I show you all our purchases, something exciting that's happened in our life. We had an interview, my husband and I don't know if you're aware, but my husband and I and my adult boys are all living the keto lifestyle. We've all lost a bunch of weight, and we did an interview. We were asked by Ottawa Valley magazine to do an interview with them on our lifestyle changes and what it's meant to us and how we did it and what made us do it and all that kind of questions. And so we did the interview back in March, and it was supposed to be released in April, but since COVID happened, it pushed it back, the release date. So they decided to put it in the summer, make a summer edition, and instead of putting us in the spring edition, which nobody would have seen it because nobody was able to go pick up the magazine. So this is the summer magazine. The magazine's called Health Matters, and as you see, it's a free edition in the Ottawa Valley. And on the front it says "Finding a Way to Live." Barb and Paul share their life stories and how they changed their lives. And then we're on page 25, and it has, this is the first page of our journey. And then it has a second page. This is us, a whole nother page, and a whole third page. all about our life story, trials, errors. So here's this. I like this first page. It shows us before, and then a picture of us now. Actually, I'm wearing the same blouse that I was wearing in that shirt. I'm wearing the same shirt that I was wearing there in that one. So we are pretty excited. So we have a lot of friends and family asking for copies of the magazine, and the editor has graciously dropped off 25 copies. So I've been, last night I went for a walk and hand delivered a few of them, saved some copies for some families. So when I get around to seeing them, I could let them have a copy as well to enjoy, to read our story. So they're all interested. She did a really, really, really well written, put it all together. I didn't know how it was all going to come together just by an interview asking all random questions, but she put it into a lovely story form, and it was really well written. So next I have two items that I've purchased, and then a bag of yarn that I purchased that I found at Michael's in Ottawa. So when we're at Costco, we found this Light. Don't know if you can see it very well. Yeah, it has a color changing base. It says the time, the temperature, the date on it. It has a swivel light like this here thing. It bends and turns and twists, and it lights up. And I love the base. Like I said, the color changing base. I'll keep it so it switches colors, because that's, to me, interesting to watch. It reduces eye strain and glare. It says it shows the natural light, so that when I'm maybe filming or taking photos of my crochet, it'll be more natural looking. So the colors will show up, the colors true to color. So, and it also, I see the cell phone here. It has a base that you can just put your cell phone on. You don't need to plug it in, and it charges your cell phone. It also has a plug too if you have something else you wanted to charge. Like say I want to charge my Fitbit, I could charge it. It has a plug right in there, and I could charge that right on the lamp as well. So that's the Light. I think this was either $30 or $40. Very, very reasonable, because the Light I've seen like at Michael's for $90 to $100. So this was a good deal to me. The next purchase, I'll just put this over here beside me. The next purchase I needed for the Afghans, all the Afghans I've been making, I need to do some blocking. And I have an iron that you could steam, but you would have to, it's quite heavy when you get full of water, and then holding it up over it, because you don't, when you're blocking, you don't actually touch the material. You're using the steam to do the blocking, right? Well, so my dream was to have a steamer. So I seen this, and I love the brand. It's Conair, and it is, oops, this side is the English side. Extreme Stream handheld fabric streamer. New smart touch technology, sensor activated steam control, 100% more steam, which is very good. 75% larger steam area for faster results. 70% hotter. Like you can make it, they recommend that you start off at the lowest setting and work your way up to make sure that it's not too hot for your fabric that you're doing. So yeah, it has a built-in creaser, perfect for pleats and folds. It has 3 different attachments. It has a silicone band that pulls fabric taut for easier steaming. It has a bristle brush, loosens fiber for faster steam penetrating. And it has a delicate fabric spacer, protects fragile fabrics and trims. So you put that on, so you make sure that that would be the thing that I would use it for, so that you're not getting too close to your yarn, so that you're far enough away. So yeah, I wanted one of those so I can do it. This was $49.99 at Costco. And then, of course, we're an executive member, so we'll get 2% of that back at the end of the year. So that's what I like about Costco, at least spending money there. And it's not on a credit card or anything. So normally we get a check at the end of the year that covers our yearly fee. So we save that for when our yearly fee is due, that check, and then we just put that on right away. So yeah, I was excited that they had that just when I need it. Usually when you want something or need something, you go looking for this thing and you know what you want and you can never find it anywhere. It's like, oh my gosh, it just was meant to be. It was like, we went into the Costco and it's like, oh my gosh, they actually have what I want and what I actually need. Not that I needed it right away, because as I said, they're Christmas and wedding gifts and birthday gifts and things like that. So that I didn't need it right ASAP or anything, but I'm not going to be going. We bought all of our things. We bought 3 bags of dog food. We bought a big bag of kitty food, even though we had one ahead. So we bought three or 4 boxes of kitty litter, all the things that we buy when we go, like our vitamins and things. We've purchased enough to get us through for 6 months, so we don't have to go back and go often, because you want to limit your exposure out as much as possible. So we just decided to do the one trip and be done. So make sure we got everything we needed. So we stopped at my husband in Ottawa. There's a place called Train Yards, and it's just an area where they have outlets, like outlet malls. And so my husband and my son went over to a store called Sales, which is, they have outdoor stuff like fishing and hunting and things like that. And right beside it is Michael's. So normally what they do is drop me off at Michael's and they head over to Sales. So normally ends up that I'm in Michael's longer than they're in Sales. So that tells you how long I usually shop at Michael's. So I love to go in there. But I think I have one thing in the bag here that I purchased at a place called Princess Auto. It's an automotive parts, things for lawn mowers. There's woodworking tools. There's welding tools. There's a whole bunch of different items. There's things for animal, like if you have horses, if you have trailers, that kind of things. It's not really a store for myself, but sometimes I find some interesting things. Like one time I found a row counter, and another time I found a really nice compact little measuring tape, the hard one you might have seen in my other videos. And this time I walked away with a magnetic parts tray. It doesn't, I think it's magnetic, like you can stick it onto something metal and it'll stick, but that's not what I got it for. I'm going to put it on my desk or wherever I'm working, and pins and needles and anything that's metal will magnetically go on there. Let's see. Hopefully my hook, or not my hook, my darning needle. Yeah, I can feel it. Yeah, my darning needle will sit in there. It's magnetic. I don't know if you probably can't tell, but I could feel that it's the pull of it. And this side's a magnet too, watch. Yeah, it's magnet, so both sides. So you could put it on if you have a board. Like, I do have one. I should put it up now that I think about it. I have a knife magnet. Like, it's just a strip. It looks like a ruler, and you screw it onto your wall, and your knives the blades just stick to it. But I have them in my craft room, and I didn't put them up yet, but I should put one up beside my craft desk, and then I can put this at the end of it, and then it'll just be on my wall, and when I need some needles or pins or whatever, I could just grab them off of that. So that was something I can do that. I said I'll pick that up when I'm there. So This one was this one was on sale for $3.99. This was the large size. They have a small, cute little size, about the size of that small circle in there. Would have been perfect for my needles and pins. That it would have been a cute little size, but it was actually $2 more. So it did make sense to buy the smaller size one just and spend $2 more. So I figured I'd spend less and get more for my money. Not that I needed the more space, but yeah, works out perfect. Can't wait to try to use that. Then the rest is all my Michael strip. So I found these hooks. These were on clearance. These were $8.99. I bought them for $3.47. And what they are is little like clothespins type. They have a little key on them. I'll show them to you. Can you see there? And they have a circle inside of them. So what my plan is to make a loop, attach something there so that I can use these as stitch markers. So this part here below the clip I'll attach something that could be a stitch marker. But with the clip part, I could take a little piece of paper and put any notes I want. Like say I'm saying a 6mm hook and I'm on row 22. So I could do any notes that I want and clip that on. So I'll have that have this part here as my stitch marker thing I'm going to attach to it. So say for instance, I have one here. Let's see if I can get it off here. I'll be doing well. So here's my stitch marker thing. Say I want to put it underneath. I could twist that under and then clip the piece of paper to the clothespin part. Oh, there, you can see that one really well. Yeah, and then have the paper coming out here with my instructions. So that's what was my intent for these guys. So these would be 60 cents a piece to do that. So I want to make some of those. I also purchased, and these were on clearance, also purchased some hooks, the sizes that I didn't have. You might not like plastic hooks, but it doesn't bother me. One of these is 11.5mm and the other one is 16mm. These were regular $8.99 and they're on for $2.97. So for $3, 2 hooks. Can't even get a hook, 1 hook for $3. This one was regular $8.49 on for $3.37. And it is an 30mm. My largest hook so far, if you watched my crochet tools video, is a 25mm. The one I have the Mikey and Diva Dan sign, that's a 25mm. So that was the largest I had. So this is a 30mm now. Look how large that is compared to my hand. Yep. Okay. Then the next one I purchased is a 19mm. So the only one I had besides the 25mm, I had a 15 and an 11. So now I've got, starting at 11, I've got the 11.5, I got a 16, and this one's a 19, and I got the 30. So this is a 19mm. It was $5.49, and it was on for $1.97. So for a 19mm. Yeah, so here's the 3 of them. Perfect, huh? Like that's awesome. So I bought all 4 of these hooks for $3, $6, $8.30. So that's the price of one of the hooks. So I got all 4 hooks for $8.30. Now, I think that was all the stuff. Oh no, I thought that was all the stuff I got besides yarn, but I correct myself here. When you go to Michael's, you can get something for a percentage off. Sometimes it's 50, sometimes it's 40. Well, this weekend it was only 30%. I say only, but 30% is good. When you get 30% off an item, you take advantage. So I decided with making my socks, the Marley Bird sock along, I wanted a little bag that has like the ties that you pull and with a hole in it so I can grab it and go wherever I want to go with my socks. So this is called a little yarn bag. There's a picture of it there. I'll open it up too. There's a picture of it there. The unfortunate part, they had another one, but they didn't. The other one was like, look longer, and it had a zipper, and it had 2 holes on the front, 2 on the back. This just has 1 on the front, 1 on the back. But they don't say the size that they are, so I really didn't want too big of one, and the other one I thought would be too big. So this one here, let's open her up. So I'm going to look at the same time. This one might even be larger than I thought. Oh, it's not too bad. There it is. So it'll fit. Let's get this here. There's my sock yarn. And then you just pull it closed and away you go. There's the hole, and there's a hole on the other side as well to pull your tail through. So if you want, but with the socks, I didn't pull the tail through at the beginning. So, oh, I know, once I frog them, I could do that. So that's what I'll do that'll make me more incentive now to frog that first part so that I can use the pull through. Yeah, so I purchased that. This is interesting. I'm not sure what this is for. If you know, let me know. It doesn't say on the package, but there's a little piece of elastic there. Looks like you could slide maybe a knitting needle through there. Let's see. I've got a knitting needle. Like, I'm not sure if that's what it's for or not. Like, if you know, let me know if that's what it's actually for. I'd like to know if that's for something different. It looks like it's for something neat. Actually, that wasn't a knitting needle. That was a Tunisian crochet hook. But yeah, same idea. So, but if you know what that's for, I'd appreciate you let me know, because it does not say on here at all what it does. It just tells me washing instructions and what it's made out of. That's it. It doesn't say at all. That's too bad, because there's people like me that have no idea what is that for. Okay, so in here I bought just more of the clearance yarns. So I bought 2 more. I was afraid to run out for my pocket shawl. I put that on hold for a little bit because I have too many projects going on for gifts that I needed to get done. So I bought 2 more Barcelona in the colorway that I needed to make the pocket scarf, which was Blue Ridge. So I purchased 2 of those. These were $8.99 on for $4.97. So they were almost half price. Almost. I purchased some of these I've never had before by Loops and Thread, Waterford Big. And it was $11.99 on for $5.97. It's a roving style yarn. Look at the color of that, eh? No, I'm bad at this. I'm trying to reverse numbers. 243 yards or 223 meters. 8.8 ounces or 250 grams. The colorway is called Coral. It says hand wash, cold, dry, flat, do not bleach or iron. 80% acrylic and 20% alpaca. Oh, it's luscious. Luscious, luscious, soft. I think that's the only reason I purchased it. I felt it and went, I have to make something with that. It's a bulky 5. Uses 6mm knitting needles or 7mm crochet hook. Oh, it's so luscious soft. This would make an amazing pillow or something, that a cowl or a scarf, something close to your face, because you'd want to feel that. I bought 2 because I knew I wouldn't get to make too much out of 243 yards. So So this might end up being a cowl and a hat for myself. I don't make myself things quite often, and not often enough. So, and the things I do end up showing you that I end up with, most of the time are something that I made for somebody else and they didn't pick up, and then I inherited it because they didn't pick it up. The next one is Landscapes from Lion Brand. I love their yarn. It's a roving yarn as well. This one colorway is called Tropics. This I actually bought at Walmart on our way home. I stopped in a town called Renfrew, and it didn't have the clearance. Remember I showed a bunch of clearance on my Walmart? Their Walmart didn't have anything really in clearance. Just these. These were $3 a piece, and these were regular $6.97. It's a number 4 weight yarn, 100% acrylic, luscious soft, like super soft. I love this stuff. 147 yards or 134 meters, 3.5 ounces or 100 grams, 6mm knitting needles, 6.5 crochet hook, machine wash, gentle, lay flat to dry, made in Turkey. And it's Tropics, and it's super, super soft. I like this stuff. Yeah, I've got 2 balls of this. I forgot to say where these guys were made out of. Just made in China. I'm pretty sure Loops and Thread, most of it is made in China. Okay, and I bought some Huga yarn, the Huga fur. I couldn't believe, like, it's regular $9.99 at Michael's, and they had these on for $3.97. Like, that's less than half price. So these are the 2 colorways I got. I'm using these for a special project. I won't say what. When I'm making it, I'll let you know. These are so soft, like super, super soft. Oh my goodness. I just love this, the feel of this. 7 ounces, 200 grams, 260 yards or 238 meters. 5.5 millimeter. That might be to make that project. 1 second. Yeah, it is. 6.5 millimeter crochet hook or 6 millimeter knitting needles. Bulky 5. And machine wash cold, gentle cycle, dry flat, do not iron, do not bleach, do not dry clean. Lots of do nots. This is 100% nylon, and buy enough of the same dye lot. Now this colorway is called, oh, where's this made? This is made in China. It's a Red Heart Huga fur. And this is called Blue Mist. And this one colorway is called Leafy. Like a leaf falling from a tree. Leafy with a Y. So I bought 2 of each of those colors. Those look pretty together, don't they? And then I'll just leave those here. The last one I bought 3 of these because I've been hearing a lot of on some knitting podcasts I'm watching about them knitting things with linen. And I'm anxious to try something like a shawl for myself or a cowl or something kind of spring, fall, not too warm, made out of linen. So this is called Cotton and Linen by Loops and Thread. And this was $7.49 per ball. I got it for $3.97. I don't know if I'm just really cheap, but the $7.49, I would never have paid that. No, I wouldn't have. Because by the time I would have made something and not know how it would turn out, I would have to see something on somebody to know that, yeah, I would want that. But this is what it looks like. It's almost like a ribbon. Try to hide my face there. And this is 186 yards or 170 meters, 3 ounces or 85 grams only, 54% cotton, 24% linen, 22% nylon. Now I'm sure out there there's other things maybe that are 100% linen. I'd love to try that. And I know if I found it and it was the softness that I think it could be, and they say as you wash linen, it softens more and more as you wash it. The more you wash and wear, the softer it gets. So I don't mind paying the price of something for a product that I know is going to look fabulous after washing. It's going to wear well. But when you're unsure of it, you're kind of hesitant to purchase something for more money than you really want to, if you don't know how it's going to turn out or feel or look even at the finished project. So fingers crossed. This says that's for the project, 5mm knitting needles or crochet hook. It's made in Turkey, which I'm surprised because it's loops and thread, and that seems to be made in China a lot of the times. It's a number 4 weight medium. Wash in water not exceeding 104 degrees Fahrenheit or 40 degrees Celsius at a delicate setting. Do not bleach. Tumble dry at low heat at delicate setting. Do not iron or press it. Do not dry clean. I'm wondering, there is a lot number, so you have to watch your lot numbers. This colorway is called charcoal gray. To me, it's kind of like a steel gray, and depending how you look at it, almost silvery and gray and smoky gray, and just beautiful, just gorgeous. I can't wait to find. What I normally do is I'll look up on Ravelry. I like Ravelry for that reason. I don't get in the politics side. I don't get in the gossip side or the chat part that everybody's talking about. None of that. I just use it as a tool to go along hand in hand with my crochet. I go into yarns and I'll search for the yarn type, and then I'll go click on projects, and under projects you'll see people that have used that type of yarn and what projects they made with it, and they show pictures, and they tell you how many skeins it took for that project. They tell you the colorway, they tell you everything you need to know. So a great tool to go hand in hand with your crochet, to look to see what you want to make, or what you can make, what's possible, and what it'll look like when you're finished. So they even tell you what their gauge was, and like so much useful information all in one place. So highly recommend checking that out. So that's what I will be doing before I create what I'm wanting, because I want to see what others have made with this. I would like to make a shawl, so I'm hoping to find a shawl pattern. There's one on the band, but it looks like it's more like broomstick lace, and I'm not interested in that look. I don't care for it. If you do, great for you. That's just not my look, that's all. So I'll be looking on Ravelry for ideas for that. So that was my Walmart and / Michael's little haul. Wasn't much, but they didn't have much. Like the Michael's here in my city had more, because I guess it's a smaller city, as opposed to Ottawa being a larger city, more population. The people probably bought a lot of it out. So they're changing up, and I can't wait till the next time I get there, which probably won't be till just before Christmas, to do our Christmas shopping and to check out all their new yarns that they're going to be stocking. I've already seen glimpses of it on Facebook. Some of the crochet and knit groups have people that are sharing that their local Walmart or Michael's got in. Check this yarn out. I just found this, and it's like so exciting to see new yarns out there. So especially at this time when you're not getting around to see too much. I think that's all I have for today, and I just have one more thing to talk about, and that is tomorrow's big day. Tomorrow is the big Christmas in July fairies video. So tomorrow I pick a name for the draw to go on to the big draw on July 25th. So the name that I choose goes into the big draw. That's over 160, I think, names in there, like from different YouTube creators, and you'll have a chance to win there. So that's pretty amazing. So fingers crossed, good luck to everybody. And I'm not sure what time I'll be drawing that. I'm gonna say probably around 1 in the afternoon. So by the time I load my video and everything, it might be around 3-ish or 4 Eastern. So I will put out that video. So watch for it tomorrow by 4 the latest. Tomorrow afternoon, Wednesday. So good luck, everybody, and get some excitement going about it. This has been such fun time, meeting a lot of new people, watching different YouTube creators, watching different podcasts. I've been enjoying it. I really enjoy listening to other people and talking yarn talk when I'm doing projects. I'm just sitting here crocheting, and just to have some, instead of watching TV shows or soap operas or things like that, just chatting about yarn with and listening to other podcasters. And I just love it. I don't know about you, but I just really enjoy listening to fellow creators and ideas, and people have some pretty fantastic. I was just about to say fantabulous. Not sure that's even a word. I've heard it before, but I think it's a made-up word, but maybe it'll be in the dictionary one day. Well, everybody have a wonderful Tuesday. Don't lose any sleep over tomorrow's exciting day, but make sure you go and search that for the last chance for the hashtag Christmas in July fairies. Get your name into all the different creators' channels and for their draws, because you can be in the main draw. Like if you win on my video, you might win on the next person's and the next person's. You can win as many times as you get your name picked. So that'll give you even more chances to win. So have fun doing that, checking out everybody's channels and finding new creators to follow. So enjoy your Tuesday, everyone. And again, I hope my bird wasn't too loud for you. Bye-bye, everybody. I wanted a change of scenery for today. I love me some camo. My chair vibrates and has heat in it, so it's really nice when you have fibro. Sit here and you get a sore back or sore legs or even a headache. You just lay back on it and it just takes you away. So I really enjoy my chair. Great investment. It was a Christmas gift from my husband a couple years ago. So, well, everybody take care. Again, oh my gosh, how many times is this Barb going to say goodbye, right? I know, I'm sorry. Enjoy your day, everybody. Bye for now. Oh, keep on making knots, guys.